August the 13th, Friday the 13th indeed, 2021, and you find me at Paddock Wood, where I am about to begin exploring the Medway Valley branch line between Strood and Paddock Wood, although the trains do continue on to Tunbridge. I believe the bay platform that I'm facing was the bay platform for the branch line before it was extended to Tunbridge. It's an interesting branch line, very industrialised, with cement, paper, and of course farming, fruit picking, etc., being in the Kent fruit picking area. So the station's had a lot of sidings, etc., although alas no longer. Until the branch line was open from Paddock Wood to Maidstone, Paddock Wood was known as Maidstone Road. The directors of the South Eastern Railway were very far-sighted and laid the station out with two main lines down the middle and two relief lines for the platforms.
You are exempt.
So 12:11 to Strood. I'm going as far as Wateringbury. This is the only exception to the stations on the line between Paddock Wood and Maidstone, insofar as it is a substantially built brick building. Wateringbury is a very attractive station, situated on the banks of the River Medway. It boasts not only a lovely station building, but also a substantial goods shed and a signal box and level crossing. So here comes the 12:36, running a minute late, which I will cut to Yalding. Another riverside station. This station's got a brick-built building because the wooden one was burnt down. So it's a split platform. The Strood platform is here. Quite a lot of the platforms on this part of the route are split, and the next station, which I'm going to, which is East Farleigh, is a problem because I've only got a 4-minute turnaround, but it's got a level crossing in between the stations, so I'm going to have to be quick on my feet. I am being assisted with this marvellous publication. Incidentally, the cover photo shows Yalding Station. The 13:18 train which I'm catching is coming down the home straight. The level crossing is still open. Oh, it's closing now. Whilst we wait for that train to arrive, I'll just zoom over here. So where these houses are, that used to be the goods yard, and there was a double-laned goods shed similar to that, running a minute late, which means that I most probably missed my connection at East Farleigh, or I won't be able to do everything I need to do. But we'll see. Well, despite my worst fears, I've made it in plenty of time. It's now 13:29 and the train's not due until 13:31, so I've got 2 minutes, and I've already got my photos. I've shot over the platforms. Oh, it's been okay. So wooden building, as promised. Signal box. Level crossing. Another station. Red sign. Looks like a nice pub. So it wouldn't have been too bad if I'd had to wait an hour here, would it? So here it comes. It's actually running a minute late. And I'm catching this to Beltring, which is a complete minimalist station. I've pronounced that right behind my mask. So once I've been to Beltring, I've then done all the stations on this side, on the Paddock Wood Maidstone branch. Beltring, a little halt on the line. No station buildings whatsoever. There you go. And over there's a big cornfield waiting to be harvested. Right, the 1415 is sneaking up behind me as the barriers close here at Beltring, I should say. And the next destination is New Hythe. It's very windy today, nice and warm though. New Hythe station opened as New Hythe Halt on the 9th of December 1929, then rebuilt as a proper station in July 1939, and this is what is remains of the proper station. The station from the rear, you can actually see a touch of Art Deco there in the curves around by, I don't know what it was, ticket office I imagine. I'll just zoom in, you can see it, especially as it was rebuilt in 1929. Yes, a typical Southern Region style building. And here's the River Medway, a few short steps from New Hythe railway station. The 1512 arriving at New Hythe, scheduled to take me to Cuxton in a style that I've become accustomed to. Cuxton, I've just realised I've left one of the stations off. I've left Snodland off, so I'm going to be out for an extra hour, I reckon, given it's a half hourly service on this half of the line. The other half of the line, it's an hourly service. So Cuxton is one of the more elaborate style buildings, although I think they've lost one of them, although there are some pretty decent chimneys down there. The next train, the 1538, which I'm going to catch as planned to Aylesford. It's not too bad, it only extends my journeys by half an hour, so that's good. Aylesford is a charming town on the River Medway. Got some delightful buildings and historical artefacts, etc. There used to be huge, big paper mills here. Guess where I am? Yes, I'm here. This is one of two level crossings at Sandwich Aylesford station. The other one's obviously in the opposite direction. And that road where the red van's going is where the town is. And there's the station down the bottom. And opposite the signal box is this charming crossing keeper's house. Okay, so here comes the 1610 that would take me to Halling, my penultimate station visit today. Oh, the station building, by the way, is an Indian restaurant. Halling was a late opener on the 1st of September 1890, and therefore the architecture is not as grand as it was at, say, Snodland, which I haven't been to yet, but I know it's grand, and Aylesford, or indeed the other little station we went to, Cuxton. So this is the 1642, which I'm going to catch to Snodland, the station which I omitted to include in my itinerary, which was rather foolish, but it does mean I've done 10 stations today, which is an excellent return. Incidentally, my ticket today cost me £11.55, a day return, off-peak day return from Dartford to Paddock Wood. I better go and catch this train. So Snodland is a station I've been familiar with since I was about 20 or something, because I used to work with a guy, my first branch. Actually, I must have been, thinking about it, I must have been about 19 or 20. Anyway, I used to work for this guy at that West Bank, and he was getting married, and when he got married, he bought a flat down here, or a maisonette or something, and we came down to visit him, Beverly and me, got photos of it. And we actually came by train, I remember now, yeah. Yeah, oh yeah, good. Haven't seen him since that day, as it happens. Oh well, that's life. So this is a photograph of the signal box and the wheelhouse for opening the level crossing gates. And here's a photo I took of exactly the same spot. And likewise, here's a photo of the outside of the station as it was in 1967, and here's a photo of what it looks like now. And here's a photo of the station as it was. Doesn't actually say when it was, but I imagine it's around about 1967, and this is what it looks like now. And this is the goods shed, and this here is the canopy on the platform, and if we look here, that is the same canopy, and the wall at the back, the part that's not painted white, is the original wall of the goods shed. Comes the Paddock Wood train. Well, it's most probably Maidstone West actually. Oh no, it is going to Paddock Wood. This is the only station, as far as I can see, where the trains cross at the same time. Because here comes my train. So that's it for today, and I'll see you next time, if there is a next time. You never know what might happen.